If you want to listen to all of the episodes of this series right now, early release and ad-free, plus a whole host of extra fan club benefits, head to museumofpopculture.supportingcast.fm. Or if that's too much of a mouthful, just click on it in the show notes, which is the description bit that no one reads. Hello and welcome. I am Josh Widdicombe. For today, I'm the curator of a place of incredible artefacts and exhibitions, a place that stores the greatest thing on earth. This is my archive of pop culture. As a self-confessed pop culture obsessive, I love the geniuses, the scam artists, and dare I say it, the absolute madmen that have made the records, shows and films that we love. In each series, I will tell you a story of unlikely triumph and usually an enjoyably crushing failure, featuring celebrated stars that in any other industry would probably be politely sacked. It's a show for people more interested in David Hasselhoff than David Lammy, Elizabeth Taylor than Queen Elizabeth I, which, let's be honest, is all of us. Joining me today to discuss one of, if not the most iconic and beloved show in British television history, it's the story of Ramsay Street and Neighbours. It's Matthew Crosby. Matthew, will you do me the honour of accompanying me to the most important wedding of the 1980s?
I'm your plus one.
Do you think it is the most important wedding? I suppose Princess Diana and Charles. It was a great decade for weddings.
It was the wedding decade. When I look back on the 80s, I think most weekends I was at a high-profile wedding.
Prince Andrew and Fergie, of course.
Andrew and Fergie. I remember when that got announced. I was in primary school. One of the teachers came in and told my teacher, oh, by the way, Prince Andrew's getting married to Sarah Ferguson. And the teacher was then, right, kids, telly's coming out. All lessons are off. We're going to watch the coverage for the rest of the day.
What?
And we were like, what? You do realise we're little children who don't care about this sort of thing.
Little Republicans.
Little Republicans that we were, yeah, trying to start a revolution.
Wow.
They also did that for Wimbledon.
Did they? Your teachers were quite lazy, weren't they?
Well, it was a different school. That was St James's, and they said, we're going to watch Wimbledon afternoon. And I said, is there any chance I could just do something else? Because I don't want to watch Wimbledon.
And they said, there's a test match at Lord's. We could put that on. What about the World Cup? Will you watch the World Cup?
Genuinely, I said, would you mind if I read a book at the back? And they're like, no, you're watching Wimbledon like everyone else.
So who was playing?
I don't know. 2 tennis players.
Because also, the late 80s, early 90s, it was a notoriously bad time for British tennis. So it's not like they'd gone, there's this big moment. Andy Murray's about to win Wimbledon for the first time in 77 years or whatever it was.
And it's a weekday as well.
Well, my daughter sometimes, both her schools, because we've recently moved, and so I thought it was the first one, but it's the second one as well. They watch Newsround.
Do they?
She'll talk about Donald Trump. And I go, how do you know about Donald Trump? She go, we watch Newsround.
Oh, they watch it on iPlayer. They're not in school at 5:30 or 5 o'clock, are they?
They're not the linear television generation, Matthew.
No, I'm afraid you have to stay in school till 6 p.m. because we're going to watch Newsround.
Yeah.
Of course, if you get to year 6, they're watching Channel 4 News.
More woke news being fed down their gullet holes.
By the lamestream media.
So, Scott and Charlene's wedding. Aired in Australia, the 1st of July 1987, aired in the UK, 8th of November 1988. So we're about 15 months behind at this point.
Right. November as well. Not a great time for a wedding.
One of the reasons they did the wedding is because there was some outrage from traditionalists believing that they shouldn't have an unwed couple living together on Ramsay Street.
Fair enough. Quite right.
Too bloody right. So they filmed it in secret 3 months before the Australian broadcast date because they didn't want the story to break. But it's a huge moment. To promote the wedding episode, they make several appearances at shopping centres with wedding cakes. This is Kylie and Jason before the broadcast. And they cut the cake and they hand it out to fans.
Oh, wow. Getting handed a piece of cake by Jason Donovan and Kylie Minogue in an Australian shopping centre.
Doesn't get better, does it? It does not get better.
What a
than
cultural moment. That would be like being there when the Berlin Wall came down.
It really would.
It's huge.
There's someone quoted says, I'd never seen anything like it. There would have been 6,000 people. Security had to prevent any more going inside. There was this near riot. We had to stop the appearance at this point to prevent people being crushed.
There were 6,000 people?
6,000 people.
How big's the cake?
How big's the shopping centre?
How big's the shopping centre? How big's the cake?
They were bigger than Jesus at this point.
Bigger than, yeah, he only did 5,000.
He only did 5,000.
One wedding cake around 6,000 people, officially bigger than Jesus.
The wedding attracts 19.6 million viewers. making it the third most watched programme in the country that year. But I'd say the one that's become most iconic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you remember the song that played?
Angry Anderson.
Yes, Suddenly by Angry Anderson. It was chosen by Kylie Minogue, who was given all the songs to choose from, and she chose that.
Her first choice was The Locomotion. And they're like, come on, Kylie.
Well,
quit the cross promotion.
It reaches number 3 in the UK singles chart and stays in the UK chart for 13 weeks.
It's a beautiful song.
She does perform The Locomotion at a football club benefit in 1987, and then she's invited to record the song by Mushroom Records. It's released the same time as the wedding episode. Very canny.
Very smart. That's the reason she's had such a long and successful career, because she fundamentally understands the media.
Exactly. The song becomes the best-selling single of the decade in Australia.
Wow. It's a great song.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. I know you get to like it if you give it a chance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. My little
I mean, is it good enough to be the best-selling song of the 80s?
Did you not do The Locomotion at discos? It's got an accompanying dance.
Yeah, but so's Mambo Number 5. Has it? No,
I don't think so.
The Macarena. That's what I mean, the Macarena. Yeah.
Josh and I are trying to popularise a different pose for every girl's name in Mambo Number 5. Now, you know Monica, she's always high kicking. Rita loves to do a twirl. Tina can do the splits.
It's a difficult dance, actually.
It's a really difficult dance.
It'd be good if, like, Tina just put her hands on her head. That'd be good.
We made a rod for our own back as two not particularly limber men in our 40s.
The reason, partly, that Kylie would break away, I suppose, would be tempted to, and why not, is they're not paid that well. Do you know which character is best paid in Neighbours?
Which character? Is it either Jim or Paul?
No.
Bouncer.
It is Bouncer.
Is it?
It was revealed the dog's paid between $100,000 and $200,000, presumably a year. When he made personal appearances, apparently he travelled in a stretch limo. I'd say that's for effect when turning up at the personal appearances.
Yeah, it wasn't a demand he made.
No, of course. But basically, I mean, we've covered this in the Stock, Aitken and Waterman episode, so we won't linger on it too long. But Kylie then comes to the UK off the success of The Locomotion, and she does I Should Be So Lucky, which goes number 1 in Australia, the UK, Switzerland, Germany, Hong Kong, and Israel. So she becomes a music megastar still to this day.
Just on a Netflix documentary.
Well, there we go. Jason, he's big, but he's not as big, and he's slightly in her tail, isn't he, at this point?
Well, I don't know what they got up to behind closed doors, but...
Oh, my word, that is a shame.
There's no need for that, is there? There's no need for that.
There's absolutely no need for that kind
We're
of
doing a nice family episode here.
ribald humour.
No one needs that kind of humour. I mean, he's got some great songs, but I don't think he's got as many huge bangers, and certainly hasn't had the... You know, he's done other things, but he hasn't had the lengthy pop career.
He's dabbling in drugs, Matthew.
Okay.
You won't like to hear this, but he does one of the scenes in Neighbours stoned.
Come on.
That's a shame, isn't it?
No good art has ever come from the consumption of drugs.
Exactly. So he's on set and he finishes his shooting for a day, so he goes to get stoned with someone. They're like, where's Jason? And they're like, oh, we've changed the schedule. You need to do one more scene.
To be fair to him, that was an honest mistake. He thought he was off the clock. He wasn't like, oh, I've got to do a scene. I'm going to smoke a big old bifter.
He does get into harder drugs. By the mid-90s, he's addicted to cocaine, leading to a episode at Kate Moss's birthday party in 1995, where he basically has a seizure on the dance floor. He's attended to by Michael Hutchins.
Imagine being the guy who does too much cocaine. God, that guy's really done a lot of cocaine at Kate Moss's birthday party.
We need someone sensible. Could Michael Hutchins deal with this?
Hutchins is the designated driver. That's unbelievable.
Kate and Johnny Depp are holding an after party at his hotel. And when he discovers they're still up, he knocks on their door. Johnny answers and Jason says, I'm really sorry about what happened, mate. And Johnny says, that's cool, don't worry. This is from Jason's autobiography. We're just pleased that you're okay. Now take some advice from me. Go to your room, get some sleep, and for God's sake, take it easy in future.
Oh, no. When the first person you see at your intervention is Johnny Depp, you've really got a problem. Take it easy in future. Oh, poor old Jace.
But it's all good. Let's go back to where we were, really. We've digressed.
Okay.
The point of the peak of 1988. So you've got the shopping centres. In 1988, the entire class has flown in to appear in the Royal Variety performance in front of the Queen. Princess Diana's a fan. We covered in Stock Aitken and Waterman that she actually contacted the BBC press office for copies of episodes she missed.
I mean, I'm sure I said this at the time, but is this pre-VCR then? She must have had a VCR.
No, because she needs the tapes, so she must have something to play it in.
She must have something to play
She
on.
just hasn't set the tapes, presumably.
If you're going to have staff,
Where's Paul Burrell at this point?
this is what Paul Burrell should be doing.
Stop bloody well going through her things, Paul. Set the VCR to timer.
Do we know what happened, what performance they gave at the Royal Variety performance? Did they do a scene? Sure, it's an amazing show, but it's not like any of them, they're not like singing and dancing.
No.
They're not singing the theme tune, are they? Or,
No, I don't know. Because the other acts at the Royal Variety performance, Cliff Richard, Bananarama,
Yeah, they're going to sing a song.
Aha,
They're going to sing a song.
Mickey Rooney,
He'll probably do a song and a bit of a tap dance and talk about his old career.
and Paul Daniels.
He's going to do a magic trick. So, yeah, everybody else is very clear.
Also, there was the cast of Bread and the cast of the Golden Girls.
Whoa!
They really went in for this casts thing.
I mean, and also 3 of the great theme tunes of all time, I would say. Golden Girls, Thank You for Being a Friend. I wouldn't be surprised if John Smith read that out in Parliament a few times. And then the theme tune to Bread, that Gotta Get Up, Gotta Get Out. Do you remember the theme tune to Bread?
Well, yeah, of course. And obviously, a lot of that was about signing on. So I can imagine John Smith's
He must have read that as well. Grab the world by the throat and shout.
Princess Diana wasn't the only fan of Neighbours.
I could guess that from the viewing figures.
Oh, yeah, sorry, in the royal family.
Oh, okay, sorry, yes.
She didn't even watch it. She kept missing it. So Reg Grundy says, Colin Stanley Hill, who was the Australian court correspondent, but he was once a member of the Queen Mother's staff, he receives a phone call at 3 a.m. one morning. And they say, it's the palace here, Colin. What's happening on Neighbours? The Queen Mother is very interested to know what stage it's got to in Australia.
No spoilers, Queen Mother.
Exactly. So she's watched Neighbours and she's thought, do you know that guy that used to work for me lives in Australia? Why don't we call him and find out
That's amazing.
what's going on a year and a half in advance? She actually said to Ian Smith, Harold, at the Royal Variety, "Oh, Mr. Smith, I do enjoy your Harold." He also said that George Harrison once came up to him and asked for his signature.
So Harrison was a big fan as well.
Well, Harrison said it was for his niece.
A likely story, George.
Yeah, I don't think.
Just admit you're a fan.
He's just an absolute phenomenon. So there's an incredible bit. The 1990 Neighbours annual, we've already cleared that the 1992 annual claims that the Gulf War couldn't stop it. There's a lot of big claims in Neighbours annual. How about this for a story? A light-fingered thief made off with 6 weeks of script for Neighbours a few months back. It happened to one of the show's scriptwriters whose Melbourne home was burgled while she was away on holiday. Fortunately, there were copies and filming wasn't affected. A detective commented, "The idea of someone stealing Neighbours script is something we would never have dreamed of." Then the Neighbours annual adds, "It was surely a coincidence that the same week Michael Parkinson spoiled thousands of people's breakfast by spilling the future soap's secrets in his column Parky Down Under in the Daily Mirror."
What are they saying?
Well, I think we both know what they're saying.
What are they implying?
I mean, it's a wild implication, isn't it?
That Parkinson's becoming a cat burglar?
Or at least as
employing other people to do his dirty work?
for his Daily Mirror column, Parky Down Under. He must have lived in Australia at that time. That must be why they're so aware of him.
Hard to write a column Parky Down Under unless he's got a basement. And that's where it's from. And he's going, well, the damp problem's still here. I know I talked about that last week, but it really is, They think it's inside the bricks now. I think it's been painted on the outside. There's nothing we can do, really.
So after Kylie and Jason's success, a lot of other cast members attempt to launch pop careers. I imagine you can name quite a few of them, can't you?
Stephen Dennis, he had Don't It Make You Feel Good.
Reached number 16 in the UK charts, that one.
Good song.
Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make you feel good when you find somebody to love.
Craig McCoffin did,
Hey Mona.
that was a cover? I didn't know that for years.
A lot of them did covers, didn't they? Because The Locomotion's a cover. A lot of Jason Donovan's songs, like Seal with a Kiss, that was a cover.
Yeah.
Who else? Did the Twins?
They did. Gail and Gillian Bacchini, who played Christina and Caroline Alessi,
Yeah, I remember them.
they did a song called All Mixed Up. Lovely.
Very clever.
Failed to chart.
Ah. Not that clever.
Marco Alessi, Felice Arena, released a version of More Than a Woman, failed to chart. And then Dan Falzon, who played Rick Alessi, released a song with his band, failed to chart. Bruce Samazan released a rap record called One of a Kind under the name B-Man Samazan. You don't need me to tell you, failed to chart.
He only printed one copy.
Of course.
That was his mistake. It's because it was one of a kind.
Down at the beach there watched this girl, the sexiest thing I've ever seen in this world. So I gave up on the surf and started heading away, and wasn't really sure of just what to say. But I gathered up the courage and made my move. Yeah, moving down the beach thinking I was smooth. Now it didn't take us long and we began to chat, and as we got a little closer I knew I was a rat.
Harold and Madge released a Christmas single in 1989.
Did they?
Number 77 in the UK charts. It actually, considering the amount of people that were watching Neighbours, the chart record is pretty bad of people that were in Neighbours.
Yeah, you were either Kylie Minogue, Craig McLachlan, all of those guys, they were having at least one reasonable hit, or you were just nowhere near it.
Exactly.
Absolutely nowhere near it.
But it comes to the point where Neighbours has a board game. Did you have the board game?
I never did, no.
The objective of the board game was to win the most points by putting down, my friends had this, combinations of characters and storylines to create a Neighbours episode. So you'd put down the character card Harold Bishop, followed by the storyline Secretly Marries, followed by the character card Bouncer the Dog, followed by the storyline card and is arrested by the police.
It's quite bleak.
Well, he's fucking a dog.
He's fucking a dog.
I think the police have got to do their duty.
That's one of the things that was edited out when it was shown in the UK.
Yeah.
The episode where poor Harold Bishop fucks a dog.
He's arrested for it, though, so that's fair. He serves his time and he comes back.
We're all allowed a moment of madness.
Exactly. To secretly marry a dog. There's a computer game for the Commodore 64, Atari and Amiga, where you play Scott Robinson skateboarding around 4 courses.
So it's basically like Paperboy. It's like that.
Yeah, that's a load of crap, isn't it? But also that it becomes iconic. So the iconic characters, obviously, you've got Paul Robinson, who's the kind of bad businessman. Do you know what accident he has?
He loses a leg, doesn't he? He loses a leg, yeah.
Which becomes a kind of running joke in the fan community because he often fails to do the limp or he limps the wrong side.
It's back in the day when it was okay to kind of portray a disabled person.
He also, in a redemption arc in 2007, he gets a brain tumour and mellows in his evil ways. So it's great stuff.
The tumour's on the evil part of his brain.
Yeah, exactly.
So when they remove it, they take out his evil.
Exactly.
Take out his evil side, yeah.
And the Carl and Susan, who are a classic couple, she has a similar thing. She falls over and hits her head and gets retrograde amnesia and loses 30 years of her memory and believes she's a 16-year-old and it's 1972.
And then she's sort of repulsed by Carl, isn't she?
Yeah.
Because he's, weirdly, Carl way more attracted to her. Doesn't she go back to school as well?
No, that's Julie Martin, I think, that goes. But maybe she does. I can't believe.
Julie Martin
I
goes
don't know
back to
how she
school.
kind of recovers from it. There's a lovely story also about Alan Fletcher, who played Carl Kennedy, who during a spa scene, the sock that he's wearing to cover his modesty falls off due to the pressure of the water jets, and he flashes his dick at the whole cast and crew by mistake.
By mistake, yeah, all right.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, Alan.
One of the most iconic characters is Toadfish Rebecca.
Yeah, Jared Rebecca.
So he's played by Ryan Maloney, who was only contracted to do one scene. It's a classic soap situation.
He just smashed it so hard he became one of the main characters.
He became a recurring character forever, basically.
Man, I can't believe you didn't watch it. Had to do my homework because I got home late, remember? The X-Files is homework. It's science. So anyway, this spirit...
Rebecca,
Yes, Mrs. Kennedy.
you are in serious trouble, young man.
Sorry?
Oh, come on, Jared. It's not smart, it's not funny, it just shows a complete lack of respect for the school and everything it stands for.
I don't get it.
Look familiar, Jared? So, what have you got to say for yourself?
He was called Toadfish. He was like the cousin of Stonefish and Stingray. They all had nicknames after aquatic animals. Do you remember the storyline with Toadfish and his wife, Dee?
Did Dee get replaced by an evil lookalike?
So, similar. So they're driving to the wedding day. Toadie and Dee are driving and they go off a cliff.
I know a shortcut. Surely, driving to your wedding, should we not go along the side of a cliff?
Well, it's a romantic spot, maybe. She's missing, presumed dead for years, right? So Dee's gone. 2017, she reappears. She's had amnesia, which is a classic in the Neighbours canon. But it's actually a con artist called Andrea Summers who looks exactly like Dee and uses that to con Toadfish Rebecca.
Played by the same actor.
And then 2 years later, the real Dee reappears and says that fearing a criminal gang were after her, she'd faked her own death and went into hiding.
She thought she was in trouble with the mob, effectively. And so she deliberately drove her car off a cliff to fake her own death.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
If you fake your own death, you're not supposed to do it with somebody else in the car. Yeah. Yes, I could have killed Toadfish in the process, but that was a risk I was prepared to take.
I also think Toadie was driving. So maybe she took her opportunity. She thought going off this cliff is a perfect opportunity to... I needed to fake my own death. Actually, this is the perfect opportunity. I was going to do it after the wedding.
This is the one, yeah.
She eventually has it out with her doppelganger on a cliff top. An absolute nightmare for her. She's pushed off a cliff, not again, and left for dead only to be saved by Andrea, the doppelganger's mother. What a storyline.
What a storyline. And also, is it Madeline West? Is that the name of the actress? So she presumably had to do a scene where she had to fight herself.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We should briefly discuss the Lim family, because that was an insane period in the Neighbours, which is a East Asian family that move in and are accused by Julie Martin of cooking Holly the dog.
Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? It's not ideal as a plot line.
The Neighbours' argument would be that Julie Martin is the baddie in this situation.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And so really what they're doing is highlighting Julie Martin's innate racism.
It's very much like the old Zen scene, the EST scene.
Exactly.
You're presenting the negative scenario in order for the viewer to work out what the positive scenario is, which is not to accuse your neighbours of eating your pets.
I've never accused anyone of eating a dog ever since, so maybe Neighbours did the...
Whereas it was a twice weekly occurrence for you prior to that.
Exactly. So it's kind of this point of these kind of huge iconic moments are taking place. There's also these tear-jerking moments. So like the death of Kerry Bishop, who was shot by duck hunters when she's doing a protest. She's pregnant at the time.
I remember that, yeah. Oh, God.
And there's the death of Helen Daniels in 1997. She dies watching Scott and Charlene's wedding.
Hello, saw the lights on, I was just passing. Thought I'd pop by and see how Helen's getting on.
I think she's happy to be home. She dozed off, actually.
You should be going to bed.
In a minute. She's not asleep.
What, Dad? What?
Carl?
No, she's not asleep.
What?
I sort of knew a while ago. I didn't really know what to do, and I think she would want to first.
What? No, what? What happened?
It's all right, sweetheart.
What happened? What?
I'm sorry, Phil. It looks as though it was peaceful. She simply slipped off to sleep.
The beauty of that scene is that they haven't got obviously home video footage of that. They've got it shot as it was shot. So it's she's watching incredibly shot footage of her.
With a soundtrack.
With the soundtrack of Angry Anderson.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I remember Scott and Charlene's wedding. I mean, I think they went slightly overboard. They had 5 cameras.
They had 5 cameras.
I know it's the 80s and most people would just get their mate who had a camcorder to do it with one. But no. Scott and Charlene.
Exactly.
Only the best for them.
But maybe the most iconic storyline is the disappearance and reappearance of Harold Bishop. Harold falls off some rocks and then Madge finds his glasses on the rock and he's been swept into the sea, never to be found. Madge, heartbroken, moves to Brisbane, as so many people in Neighbours do. This is an interesting fact I didn't know. In 1967, Harold Holt, who was then the Prime Minister of Australia, went swimming and was lost at sea, presumed dead. And the show's creators have never confirmed, but people think that Harold going missing in the sea is a reference to the Harold Holt incident.
And presumably the original, the real life Harold Holt was never seen again.
He came back with amnesia as well.
He came back with amnesia, having joined the Sally Army.
Yeah. So this is the third example of amnesia in the classic Neighbours storylines. 5 years pass, no one's aware he's alive, and then he's picked up by a trawling boat on its way to Tasmania. That turns out what happened. But he's got amnesia from the accident and he's forgotten his life as Harold Bishop. He's named Ted. And then Marlene Kratz, who's a newer resident, organises for the Salvation Army to collect some boxes from her house to be donated to a charity shop. Helen Daniels sees Harold Bishop picking up the boxes and can't believe her eyes. Helen and Marlene then go to the shop, stake out, watch Ted. Helen phones Madge in Brisbane to inform her. She flies back to Owensboro. She sees him in the cafe, is in complete shock. She attempts to get him to remember, and slowly his memory comes back. And they resettle in Ramsay Street in number 24, their old home.
So when this happened, Ian Smith, who's the actor who plays Harold Bishop, he wanted to go off and just see if he could do other things, right?
Well, they wrote him out, yeah.
If you're going to die in a soap, you really don't want to die on camera. You want to die in a way that you always give yourself, it turns out that actually I hate regional theatre.
Yeah, exactly. I quite like a big paycheck and quite an easy gig.
Being in the same place every day.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
He actually stays then. He's only coming back for 3 months, but he basically stays to the end because he's such a big success. There's also, we should say, some episodes that are a bit weirder. Daphne gives birth at a picnic. There's a huge gaff. And the gaff is that she gives birth, but throughout she's wearing tights.
Actually, quite a good way to give birth.
Exactly, yeah, catches it.
Tights have got a lot of give.
There's also the Bouncer's Dream episode where the dog bouncer has a dream about marrying another dog.
About getting married, yeah. The second best wedding on Neighbours.
Yeah, and what you might not know is in 2003, there's a short-lived storyline called Afro Harold.
No, that's passed me by. Was that not his name for his rap album?
Well, exactly, Matthew.
Oh, no.
It's a short-lived comedic alter ego of Harold who raps for the coffee shop as an advert, convinced by Connor and Laurie. Lyrics for the rap include, "It's Harold here, I'm in the house of the coffee shop where the food is grouse." The rap famously ends with the line, "So don't be a MacGuffin, come butter my muffin, yo."
Oh, no.
Oh, come on, I'm sure it's almost like I'm in the house of the coffee shop where the food is grouse. There's sandwiches and lasagna too, served with a smile. That part is true. I'm keeping it real. You get a great deal on a yummy snack, and that ain't no whack. The food is great. We're open too late. Don't be a MacGuffin, come butter my muffin, yo!
Well, I mean, obviously, as soon as this is over, I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, of course. And I imagine if Michael's got any sense, people at home have already listened to it.
They've already heard it, yeah.
But Neighbours is huge. Channel 7 are livid, Matthew. So they launch their own soap, Home and Away. Alan Bateman, the head of drama at Channel 7, he wants a new soap. And he goes to a place called Kangaroo Point in New South Wales, which is like a waterfront suburb in Sydney South. And locals are complaining about a foster home for city children coming into the area. And he thinks, this is my idea. This is my slice of life community for my soap. Because that's what Home and Away, you haven't watched Home and Away, it's based around a foster home, Pippa and whoever the other.
So he thinks, I want to set it in a place that has absolutely zero compassion.
Well, EastEnders has done that.
Yeah, that's true.
The show's originally called Refuge, but it's renamed Home and Away for a friendlier tone. It symbolises the children's home, but they're away. It's quite nice, actually, isn't it? Do you remember what the name of the place is?
No, it's gone.
Summer Bay.
Summer Bay, of course it is.
So Pippa and Tom, they run a caravan park with 5 foster children. You've also obviously got Alf and Elsa.
Yep.
And you've got the principal, Donald Flathead Fisher.
That's the thing as well, that even if you weren't watching the shows, you knew about, you'd know about Alf.
And it's also got an incredibly iconic theme tune, much like Neighbours.
Gorgeous theme tune. Really lovely theme tune.
You know we belong together, you and I forever and ever. No matter where you are, you're my guiding star.
And from the very first moment I saw you, I never felt such emotion. I'm walking on air just to know you are there.
You are there. Hold me in your arms, don't let me go. I want to stay forever, home and away with you each day.
Mike Perronick wrote it, performed by Karen Boddington and Mark Williams.
But the John Smith version is the one I remember.
Yeah, of course.
When he was doing all the theme tunes.
He did Birds of a Feather. It was great when he did Birds of a Feather. Perronick's just basically given a vague idea of the show's concept. told it's about foster kids being home and away, and that's what he comes up with. It's released as a single, but it peaks at 73. These things do not chart.
I mean, again, you just don't need to hear it. It's just on your celly. It's just there.
The show starts in 1988. It's a 90-minute telly movie. They do it as a feature-length pilot, later called Home and Away the Movie.
It's rare that the TV show starts with the movie and then goes for the TV show.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
It's nearly cancelled after 6 weeks on air. The producers are given an extra 3 weeks, and that's enough time for it to find an audience. Numbers grow. And by 1992, it's found its home. It's at the 7 to 7:30 slot, and it's doing so well. It's such a hit. Neighbours actually moves from that slot to 6:30. Neighbours bottles it.
They blink.
Neighbours blink. Exactly. And so Home and Away is a hit in Australia. In 1989, Home and Away comes to the UK to battle it out with Neighbours. And that will be the final episode as Home and Away and Neighbours go head to head in the UK. And then sadly, both of them come a cropper on Channel 5. If you want to hear that and the rest of the series right now, museumofpopculture.supportingcast.fm, or click on the link in the show notes to join the Museum of Pop Culture fan club. Every museum needs its donors. Follow us on social media at Museum of Pop Culture Pod to see the links and clips that some of the things we've discussed in the episodes today. Also, there's loads of other great pop culture clips. Follow it at Museum of Pop Culture Pod on social media.